The French writer and poet Antoine de Saint-Exupéry once said, "Perfection is achieved not when there is nothing more to it, but when there is nothing left to take away." In the world of getting things done, they're saying less is more. It means something is better when it is not overloaded with extra stuff. The idea is like tidying up a messy room when there's less clutter. Similarly, when we feel swamped with work, by focusing on what's really important, by cutting out the rest, we can make our work easier and clearer. When tasks pile up and progress feels stuck, let's remember simplicity can lead us to success. To improve your productivity and happiness both at work and business, we need to be going less. However, that's quite challenging when you have to juggle between friendship, family and job, and other obligations. You will have plenty of time for the important things. When you quit doing those activities that only fill your time and produce any results. To determine which tasks on your to-do list are most valuable to you, in which you can quit completing, you can perform a quick exercise. Choose one area of your life where you want to experience less stress and better outcomes. On one side of a piece of paper, record your accomplishments in that area, and on other, write down the chores you perform in that area. Next, determine which assignment had a direct impact on those achievements. Anything that does not directly contribute can be removed, scaled back, or assigned to another person. So I have set 5 rules for this. Number 1, setting boundaries. Learn how to set boundaries on your commitments and recover time and energy. Number 2, choosing the essentials. To advance toward your objectives, master the skill of prioritizing and concentrate on what really counts. Number 3, simplifying your life. Learn doable techniques for clearing your plate, clearing out space in your head and achieving calm. Number 4, mastering single tasking. For the best outcome, say goodbye to multitasking insanity and say hello to lesser focused efficiency. Number 5, creating lasting habits. Make small, meaningful adjustment to your daily routine to uncover the secrets of long-term success. Number 6, start small new behaviors to guarantee success. Introduce new small behaviors gradually. What makes less powerful? Our capacity for action and consumption is limited. There are only so many hours in a day, and we are unable to produce more after we have reached that threshold. The issue with trying to boost your volume is that the best outcomes are not always achieved. In addition to increasing your workload and stress level, doing additional activities increase the likelihood that you will do a lot of meaningful tasks. Principle number 1, establish boundaries. Limitations forces us to prioritize the necessary. Thus, the practice setting boundaries in whatever you do. Principle number 2, choosing the essentials. We use little resources to have significant effect by focusing on what is crucial. To make the most of your time and energy, always select what is necessary. Choosing things with the most impact. Decide to take on fewer but more impactful tasks. What qualifies as a high impact task? Gaining you long-term notoriety, perhaps considerably advancing your career and ultimately making you a large sum of money are a few instances. Look over your task list to see which tasks are most important. Consider if the effects of a task will extend past this week or this month. Does it advance a long-term objective? This task has a strong impact if the response is affirmative. Assessing your objectives and deciding what you want to achieve in the upcoming year is another approach to figure out which task has the most influence. Arrange your responsibilities such that you are contributing to these objectives every single day. Put restrictions on all facets of your life. Start by asking yourself the following questions. What aspects of your life are you finding too much? What do you want to make simpler? Would you like to restrict how many things you own, how much information you get, or how many obligations you have? Put a limit on it. For instance, just by checking your email twice a day and responding to 5 emails each time if you have too many emails in your inbox. You will work more efficiently and respond to emails that are truly important in this way. The skill of limitation. Many of us have limitless lives, with an abundance of tasks to complete, information to process, clutter to clear, and paperwork to keep track of. It is weak to be unlimited. You will get stronger if you can learn to focus on yourself within reasonable bounds. How limits can help. Limits make things simpler, which makes life easier to handle and less stressful. It facilitates concentrating your efforts on fewer targets, aids in maintaining focus on what matters. When you set limits, you may focus just on what is necessary to achieve more. It conveys to others the value of your time. Your time will be more valuable to them. Setting limits makes you more productive. What should be restricted? Nothing in your life has to change completely. You don't have to make drastic changes all at once. Take one area at a time to begin. Emails, phone calls, projects, blogs you follow, internet usage, and the quantity of items on your desk are a few suggestions for a good place to start. How to set limits? Examine your present use pattern and determine what you believe to be the optimal lower limit. Try it out for a week and evaluate whether it meets your needs. If it fails, try a new level and see how it goes for a week. Make it a habit to keep adjusting until you reach the ideal level. Choosing the essential and simplifying. You may cut back on your commitments, activities, projects, responsibilities, and inflow of information once you understand what's crucial. All you need to do is to get rid of anything unnecessary. A series of questions choosing the essentials. What are your values? Do you have goals? What do you love? Identify the things most important to you. What has the biggest impact? Where is the most long-term impact needs versus wants? Eliminate the non-essential. Continual editing notes. Choosing the essential is almost never a one-time decision. It's something you have to revisit regularly. As new things accumulate, as your values and goals change, as you learn what you can live with less and less. Principle number 3, simplifying by getting rid of unnecessary things. The process of simplifying is supposedly simple. Once the essentials have been determined, all that has to be done is to remove anything that is not necessary. In actuality, this isn't always simple, though it does get easier with experience. Simple focus. Principle number 4, your primary instrument for increasing effectiveness is focus. The most crucial element in deciding whether you will succeed in reaching an objective or maintain forming a new habit is focus. Remain focused on your routine and objectives. Paying attention to the current moment may also greatly benefit you. It makes life more enjoyable and helps you feel less stressed. Just concentrate on the current work at hand and emphasize the good. Recognize when you are thinking negatively and change it with something good. Individual tasks. Because you have to change gears for every new job and then switch back again, multitasking is less productive. It is more difficult and makes mistakes and stress more likely. In an already chaotic environment, multitasking might drive one insane. We need to control our panic and create a small haven of reason and serenity. Instead, it is best to use single tasking. Work on your most critical assignment first thing in the morning. Don't move on until it's finished. When working on this assignment, turn off all distractions, including phones, emails, and other devices. Fight the need to check your social media and concentrate entirely on the current work. After finishing the assignment, respond to any social media. Organize your notes and inbox, and add new activities to the to-do list. Focus on the present. Just eat when you are eating. Focus on one task at a time. Pay attention particularly to your ideas. Exercise and keep your attention solely on the task at hand. Maintain daily schedules. Display prompt recall that there is never a failure. Honor each small accomplishments. Form new habits and understand the power of less difficulty. Principle number 5. Establish new routines to achieve sustainable progress. Applying the power of less and concentrating on one habit at a time, 1 month at a time, is the only way you'll create enduring habits. Choose one habit, make a plan, post your objective online, and track your progress every day. Once finished, rejoice over new routine. Make sure you decided on anything. Choose a goal that can be measured so you can evaluate your progress. Be persistent and have an optimistic outlook. And bear in mind that failures do occur. Start small. Principle number 6. To guarantee success, introduce new behaviors gradually. Starting small can help you focus and maintain your passion and energy for longer. You will succeed because it will be simpler to manage. Gradual alterations have a longer half-life and are more likely to persist. For instance, to begin introducing waking up early in the morning, begin with as an illustration. Start getting up 15 minutes earlier in the morning rather than an hour sooner. If you want to introduce waking up earlier, small goals and implementations. Setting goals is simple, but if they are worthwhile, accomplishing them will be quite challenging. The power of less states that if you set and stick to fewer goals, you will accomplish more. The single objective framework. Decide on a single objective and devote all your attention to achieving it. Make sure this is a goal you truly want to reach. The more driven you are, the more likely you are to succeed. Select a task that will require 6 months to a year to do. Divide your overreaching aim into smaller objectives. Make it step-by-step procedure so you can concentrate on each one individually. These can help you stay motivated and are more readily attainable. Make a goal every week that will help you to get closer to your smaller objectives, and then break it down into manageable daily tasks. Make a list all of the projects you want to work on and mark them off as you complete them. Wait till the current job is finished before starting the next. Make sure you know what you want to achieve and evaluate your progress along the way. Make sure you stay on course and avoid deviating from it. Most important task, myths, simple tasks. These are the things that you really need to do or want to do today. See if you can get by with 3 per day at first. Make sure that these 3 tasks are finished, regardless of what else you accomplish or don't accomplish that day. Make sure that one of the myths is connected to your objectives. The other 2 may have to do with your work-related matters. The greatest strategy for attacking myths is to finish them as soon as possible in a day. Do not put them off. Tiny jobs. It's crucial to concentrate on a limited number of very important jobs, but in order to truly streamline your work, divide it up into manageable tasks that can be finished in an hour or less. Easy management of time. A transparent method. For people who are overscheduled, try letting the present dominate your life rather than letting your calendar control it. Recognize your priorities and make decisions on what to accomplish each moment based on these factors, as well as the amount of time and energy you have available. Cut down on your tasks. The fewer tasks you have, the less you have to organize them. Eliminate, delegate, and postpone these. Focus on simplifying, reducing, and eliminating. Processing in batches. For instance, group jobs together. Schedule a time to make all of your phone calls and dedicate an hour each day to paperwork. Set aside time to perform any unnecessary errands and just check your emails first thing and last thing in the morning. Small email. Minimize the number of inboxes you have because you may get information from range of sources. Consider using many email accounts, SMS, blog, comments, online conversation, etc. Determine which sources are valuable to you and if at all feasible, remove the others. Set a time limit for yourself. It's ideal to check twice a day at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. but you may do whatever suits you best. However, avoid checking all day every day. When you do check your emails, process quickly. Work from the bottom to the top and deal with it immediately. Delete, archive, reply, put on your to-do list or forward. Get it out of the inbox. Be liberal with the delete key. Is it entirely necessary that you reply to every email? Keep going until your inbox is clear. Simplify internet. Awareness. Monitor your usage. Track the amount of time you spend online with the program. This will help you become conscious of it and may even open your eyes. Check out the website that occupy your time. Mindfulness. Create a strategy. Plan out how you will use the internet. Establish boundaries and plan out your internet time. Emphasis on learning how to operate when not connected. Put the internet and other distractions in the background to give yourself more time to concentrate on your work. Do your online investigation before anything else. Next, turn it off. Schedule a time and work uninterrupted for that predetermined period of time. Avoid the urge to jump online too soon. Pupil desks are so frequently cluttered with documents, or in other words, a disarray. Your desk should be organized and spotless. Establishing a basic method of managing paperwork is the first step. Next, make it a habit to use the system you have selected on a regular basis. The most basic setup is alphabetical. Utilize labeled manila folders to make a file for every customer or project. Don't let things accumulate. File them as soon as possible. Another piece of advice is to stop printing things out needlessly. Decrease the amount of paper you get. Urge people to email you instead and keep reference information online. Small devotions. Cutting back on your responsibilities might provide you more time to concentrate on the tasks that really matter and accomplish your goals. Your time is freed up to follow your passions. Make a list of all things you have committed to: employment, side gigs, family, children, civic, religious, hobbies, house, and the internet. List your top 4 or 5 obligations in brief. Start cutting out the unnecessary items. If something isn't adding value, get rid of it. Begin modestly, but preserve this. Acquire the ability to refuse new requests. Allocate time for your passions. Small daily habit. Look at what you do every day, especially in the morning and evening. The influence of a daily schedule. A well thought out morning routine can help you set objectives and get ready for the day. Exercise, reading, writing, and other objectives you don't have time for may all be accommodated in. You can engage in a fun, soothing, and unwinding activity. Boost your tomorrow with a routine in the evening. You may utilize the time in the evenings to relax, assess your day, and get ready for the next one. Spend time with loved ones or find a way to decompress before going to bed. You can journal, travel, write, or work out. Choose enjoyable activities to try out your new habits for a few days and then make any necessary adjustments. Perhaps you can begin with a cup of coffee while watching the sun come up, then take a little walk about the neighborhood and have a little meeting to make plans, cooking super and sharing it with the loved ones, reflecting, getting ready for the next one, and reading a good book for all good ways to end the day. Slow down, slow focus. Unfortunately, our attention is constantly being drawn in a million different places due to the frantic pace of our existence. We shift our focus from one item to the next and vice versa. Nothing thus receives enough attention. Develop your ability to focus your attention by gradually shifting it from one job to another when the previous one is completed. Slow working. Contrary as it may seem, there might be benefits to working more slowly. You will make significant progress if you can concentrate on the crucial jobs and projects and maintain your attention on them. Eat slowly. You may extend the enjoyment of your meal by eating more slowly and taking smaller bites. You will be able to enjoy your meal more, digest it better, and experience less stress as a result. Simple fitness and health. True fitness and health develop over the months and years. Long-lasting change is achieved gradually in manageable doses over the course of a lifetime. Make the first month all about developing an exercise routine. Make it significant and consistent. Focus on developing a habit by starting out modest. Don't let yourself skip a day of your fitness schedule. Remain persistent and answerable to others. Also have fun in month 2. Maintain your exercise habit while making gradual, healthy changes to your diet. Don't get starving. Eat when you are light hungry. Eat light foods, nothing too heavy. Eat slowly until you are full, not stuffed. Every month thereafter, set short-term goals for gradual improvements in your exercise and diet plans. Reward yourself each month and stay accountable. Gradually increase exercise and add variety. Continue to eat healthier by adding variety and new flavors. On motivation. Motivation is somewhat propels you toward an objective and sustains you through difficult times. The finest motivation comes from having a strong desire, being fired up about it, and being deeply committed. Commence modestly. Choose a simple objective, then expand from there, one aim at a time. Give it your whole attention. Analyze your drive, understand your motivations, really truly desire it. Make a public commitment. Get giddy. Create a sense of expectancy. Print it off and then hang it up. Just get started. Begin small. Select a manageable first target and work your way up. Concentrate entirely on one goal at a time. Consider your motives and be aware of your reasoning. Have a sincere desire for it. Make a public commitment. Become enthusiastic. Create a sense of expectancy. Print it off and hang it up. Just get started.